Good morning, friends. It is Susan from legslikemine.com, and I am reporting to you today from my little place here in Alexandria, Virginia. Getting ready to go back into the office with my paid job for the first time in a couple of years. So I'm coming down from the high of being at the Fat Disorders Research Society conference this weekend. It was my first time going, and I am processing a whole lot. I carried this little book around with me and filled it up with notes, and I'm going to be going through a lot of the research stuff that I heard about, which was what I thought was the real reason why I went to the conference. But it turns out I was nervous about going in there and being part of the community that's been meeting together for lots of years and stuff like that. I was, all the same things. It's like, oh, am I going to be bigger than everybody? Am I going to be accepted by people? Do people like what I'm doing on Legs Like Mine? Am I, you have all of these things that you think about whenever you're trying to do something new to help and stuff like that. I mean, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't love what you're doing or whatever, but I have to tell you, when I walked in, I was so overwhelmed with the reception. I had no idea that there would be so many people in the room who watch what I do and who are appreciative of what I'm doing. It just sort of blew me away. And so anyway, just to recap, I know I'm already a minute in, there were like 250 people there in person, I think another couple hundred people online, over 70 clinicians that were there, and then patients and caregivers. It was amazing. The whole weekend was amazing. So there we had a fashion show, and if you haven't seen my video, I wore my Juno Active bathing suit in front of the whole crowd. But people really were interested in seeing, what an aquatard looks like, that for somebody who uses water as their exercise and stuff like that. So it was really, I think, helpful, or I wouldn't have done it, right? The other thing is that there were lots of, dinners and stuff like that too. But I was trying to focus on taking notes, blogging, getting the information that we're looking for so that, I can share the research with you. So I wanted to say that the Fat Disorders Research Society is going to be publishing all of the videos like they do. They're on their massive YouTube channel. So be watching that, because they're editing the videos, unlike me. They're making sure their videos are perfect before they go online and stuff like that. Couple of big, huge takeaways are, one, so much research has happened in the last 2 years during COVID, and I'm so thankful to the doctors who have continued to press on. They're finding things, relationships between exercise and when it can help people, the stages that surgery helps people, the stages that compression and decongestive therapy helps people. They're finding correlations between platelets and the lipedema marker. They found, I think, 4 genes now that they're looking at that are interested in the relationship between fat disorders and, what's in our genetics. So that's very helpful, because it means that they're getting closer to finding some kind of an actual medical treatment, like a prescription type thing. So the more research they can do, the closer they can get to actually finding cures and preventive things that we can do as well, and early identifiers, right? Some of the other things that we learned too, though, is that early intervention, early self-care is huge and very, very important in what we do to take care of our lipedema and to keep it from progressing. So that is going to be my big takeaway for today. But as I'm starting to process the information, is wear your compression, get out there and move, try and cut the sugar from your diet. Look at diets that work for you, but we know sugar is bad. Inflammation is bad. Anything that causes inflammation, including stress, try and get it out of your life. Just a couple of other things is that there were some vendors there that support us, and I was able to go through all of the booths, and I did do a quick walkthrough of all of the vendor booths, so you could at least get their company names and find out who's providing services and products for us right now. And then I made some really great connections. I had a chance to meet the CEO of the Lipedema Foundation and found out they're watching what I do on social media. And I, was able to find my doctor and talk with my doctor. And also I was able to give a copy of my book to every single participant of the conference this time, and got some good feedback from Dr. Karen Herbst herself that she liked my book. I almost cried. I actually did. I had to go in the bathroom for a minute and just like gather myself. So anyway, I am going to be dribbling and drabbing little pieces of research. I'm having to go through my notes, look at the slides, make sure I'm telling you the right things. I've even asked them questions of the researchers right now to make sure that what I captured was what they were trying to tell us. So I'm trying not to send misinformation out there too. So bear with me as I give a piece or two every single day. It's more than I thought it was going to be, right? The last thing I wanted you to know is that I got information about, I think, 2 clinical studies that are looking at lipedema patients. They need patients who are willing to be touched, poked, prodded, asked questions of, and stuff like that, so that they can learn more about lipedema and help us find a treatment and a cure. So clinicaltrials.gov is where you can go search on the word lipedema, or today I've already posted one slide with contact information for the researcher who is doing the study on sodium tissue. So if you're interested, go to Clinical Trials, watch my page, and I'll keep letting you know. Again, processing a whole lot. Fantastic weekend. And I'm going to wrap with saying, if you ever have a chance to go to a Fat Disorders Research Society conference, go, because it's wonderful to be validated and realize that there are other people with your condition and your pain is real and what you're going through is real, when a lot of times people in your normal community don't get it. So with that, I'm going to say have a great day. For the government workers of the world, that's me. Good luck going back into the office today, and I'll see you there. Have a good one. Bye.